Hello and welcome to the Vanilla Ultimate Minecraft series, where we use mods and resource packs to enhance the core game of Minecraft. In the last episode, we took a trip to the Nether. A lot of ups and downs in that, but we walked away with some pretty good loot, and you can see behind me we got a horse too. Now we're going to go ahead and jump straight in to this video. Say hi to Horsey, still yet to be named. If you want this horse to be named after you, go to the previous video and comment down below and subscribe, and I will pick one of you who does that to be the name of the horse in the next few episodes. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit more building, and I think I want to build something right in this little area here. Alright, I know what we're going to do now, but I'm going to go ahead and make another shovel because we're going to need to do terraforming. Because for this build, we need the ground perfectly flat. The build won't work if the ground is not flat. So let's go and make 2 of these. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Some of my resource packs weren't loaded. The leaves one, that made the leaves more bushy, that wasn't loaded. The glowing ores wasn't. A new one I installed for totems wasn't, but we won't be able to see that in a while. And then one I just downloaded for the sun and moon. Let's see if it works. It does. A cube, sun and moon. It's about to be nighttime, so we'll see what the moon looks like too. And I guess we'll just get chopping. Or digging, not chopping yet. This is painful, and I've only been doing this for like 3 minutes. Actually, probably more like 1 or 2, not even 3. I haven't got string yet. That's interesting. Apparently I haven't gotten string. All those recipes popped up. And at first I didn't think anything about it, but then I realized you only get new recipes when you get a new item or block. I always tell myself that I'm not going to do much terraforming in my worlds, but I always end up doing way too much terraforming. In some worlds, I have double chest upon double chest of dirt from just terraforming. I do have a big terraforming project planned though. Not quite sure how near this project will be. I'll give you a little hint and you can guess with this information, but the terraforming project is going to be on the Mushroom Island. Alright, this is what we have so far. I have broken all of my copper shovels. And a matter of fact, we're going to put all our dirt in here. All our dirt and cobblestone, we'll put right in here. Oh, yo, look at this sun just setting. There it goes. There it is. Look at it, it's so cool. That is a cool moon for sure. Anyways, let's sleep. And let's go back to terraforming, but I'm not going to make you sit through it, so I'll see you when it's all done. Alright, we are back, and this is what we have. I think that it was somewhere around here, and we had to dig all this out. I try to make it as smooth and nice and natural looking as possible going up this hill, but without pushing this hill all the way back over there. And also, while we're here, I don't think you've seen this. I found it when my mic was off in the first episode. It's just lava pool. We don't really have a use for it right now because the only thing I can think of using a lava pool for is obviously lava, yes, but making obsidian for our nether portal. Maybe we can use it when we want an enchantment table, but for now there's no use for it. And then now we can start chopping down the trees. Okay, I think we're ready to start building. I don't see anything else that we need to do before. I take that back. Every time I say something, like I'm not sure what to do next, or if there's anything else needed to be done, I always remember something right after that. And good news, we have plenty of birch, because birch is going to be used a lot in this build, because it's the same block palette as this house. But we will need a lot more oak. But that's a problem for another day. We also are going to need some andesite. We have 31 polished andesite, which should be enough, but we're going to need some normal andesite. We had plenty, but then I used all of it last episode in the Nether Fortress. And we're coming back to the Great Cave once again. Back at the andesite mine. I did not think I would be back here anytime soon, but here we are. Alright, now for planning. I have a rough draft of what I want to do in my head. And by rough draft, I mean a very blurred picture. I want to keep it like the same style and block palette as this. So to do that, I want to start off with 2 or 3 blocks high at the bottom being andesite. How long do I want it? Including, I want probably 3. 1, 2, 3. For length, do we like this? Yeah, I think I like that. And in this way, we don't want as much as we did here. Probably like, do an odd number. Because of the roof type, we need an odd number. So probably 7. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So I think all the way around, we'll start with 2 blocks high. Now walking up, do we want to move it? I do want to put some like animal pens and stuff. So I want room over here for that. But the question is, can we afford to move it over more? I think the answer to that question is yes. But I'm going to not do that because there's already a lot of space over here on this side. And we don't want to push it too far on this side. Now, I'm not sure exactly how big this is going to be, but for now, we're going to leave it just too high because when I build, the thing that ends up being built, it's always slightly smaller than what I have in my head. So what I have in my head, probably it could work with 3 blocks high, but 2 blocks would be sufficient for that, and then it will probably be smaller than what it is probably. I don't know, I can't speak, so we're just going to go mine trees. Alright, 57, and then the few we have at the house should be enough. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not. Because I was just thinking about the pillars, and that's probably the only thing we'll need it for. But we're also going to need it for the outline of the roof. Same thing as when we made this house. There's a lot of creepers over here. Let's fight. Boom. Skill. Where's my third? Haha. Oh, you think you could kill me. Oh, but how you are wrong. Ooh, that was too close for comfort. Okay. Now, if I haven't told you already, what we're doing is we're going to be building a barn. So I want to do like the classic barn style So I'm gonna do the classic barn style type walls. 1, 2, 3. Now with this being 7, or it's 9 technically, so we should actually be 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Let's try a Neo. Here we go. Nope. I don't think I've ever done a Neo. I might have done it on Bedrock Edition before, because I haven't played that much Java Edition. Okay, one more try. Okay. Stop getting sidetracked. So yeah, so we'll do this on all the other, well, the rest of the wall. Alright, see how it looks. It looks like goggles. I missed a whole section. Hold up. Imagine just sleeping with just holding a piece of a tree, you know? Alright, let's see it. Come over here. And we'll probably clear out a little path from our house to here, just to make it tie into the aesthetic and the base a little bit more, instead of it just being 2 builds next to each other. One thing that makes Worlds look a lot better is just tying it all together. If you have a world with a bunch of builds, if you build right, it'll look good, but it will look better if you just tie the whole thing together with paths, details, some farms, just really anything to fill space will make it look good. And we will do that, but first we have to build. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have any higher of a doorway than that. If we do, we'll chop it down. Speaking of doorway, let me go ahead and do that. Do we go one more? Hold up. Actually, I have an idea. Remove these, that, and that, and then put these on the side. Yeah, I like it. Probably one more here, but we'll do that eventually. Kind of looks like a face. Look-y like a creeper face. The eyes, and then the mouth. But like if a creeper was trying to eat, so it opened its mouth. I just had a pretty big scare. I looked down at my adapter for my mic that's on my computer, and the light that tells you if it's connected or not was blinking. And when it's blinking, it means that it's not connected. And I was like, oh, did I forget to turn my mic on again? I was just hoping to death that it just died. It did just die, and luckily I just went back and watched the footage. I'm not sure when it died, but it died in the past minute and a half, so nothing was done in that minute. It looks better, but it kind of looks like now a creeper with its eyes crossed out with X's. Put the rest of these in. Now the next thing I could think of to make this not look like a creeper face is maybe like, what do you call those things? Shutters, I think is what you call them. Like some shutters maybe. So let's go grab some stuff for that. Why are trapdoors so expensive? Slabs are bigger, but yet they are cheaper and you get more out of them. You have to use 6 planks for 2 trapdoors. And look how tiny these things are. And then you have to use only 3 planks for slabs, and look how big they are compared to the trapdoor. It makes no sense. It should be switched, the recipes. Yeah, I like it. It definitely breaks up the creeper face. Alright, now let's get started on the roof. While I'm at it, this just reminded me, the grass spreading to this block. I said I'd do this in the first episode, and I still haven't done it, and I probably won't do it again for a while if I don't do it now. So just do that. And while we're building this, it should spread to that. Okay, maybe I want it like a rounded roof shape rather than the normal roof shape we have on the house. So we'll try first with just slabs, but let's see. Not bad, actually. That's actually not bad. I think I like that. Okay, what? Okay, good to know. Tree miner doesn't work the best with big trees. It like left the whole tree that I was trying to mine and destroyed the whole one next to it. I'm about to destroy this whole forest, aren't I? Oh my gosh, I did. We're sleeping with a tree in my hand again. And now there's a tree in my house. Nice. From here it looks fine, but from coming up the hill it don't look very good, the roof shape. Alright, got the top support beam done. And let's try something else with the roof. It looked fine until I got to look at it from further away, and then I fall. Yep. It looks fine until I got farther away, and we added the support beams to it. So stair, and then we'd go up with slabs. Let's test it out and see how it looks. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. I feel like we need like a slightly in between the last one and this one, but I think that's gonna have to work. Pillagers. How many arrows I got? I got 6. It's only 3. It's only 3. Shield. No shield? Oh well. We die, we die. Hit him from below. How about y'all don't spawn in water again? Ew! Don't drown! Bro, you're a terrible shot, my guy. Are you even gonna shoot? Okay. Bye-bye. No arrows. That's like the only reason I did that. Actually, not really. It didn't really cross my mind until I decided to fight them. Anyway, banner. Hold on, let's grab the banner. Leaf litter, we don't need you. Take this as a sign. Take this as a sign to never mess with me. For the roof we're doing, we don't need all this beam here. We do need it for here and there, but not for the sides because it will be covered up. Actually, not just covered up, it will be in the way of our roof. Yeah, these 3 blocks right here already make it look better. I'm glad we decided to change the roof to make it higher. Now for the last thing we need deep slate. Of course. Why did I have to use all of that stuff in the last episode? Let's just get this over with. I didn't bring a pickaxe. Well, another pickaxe. Oh well. We'll use what we have left of this iron one, and then if that's not enough, I might cry myself to sleep tonight. But hey, you live and you learn. Yeah, that's not anywhere close to enough. It's almost broken. It's about to be painfully slow, and by painful, I mean the most painful thing I've ever done to myself in Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you in about 3 years. Alright, we are back. Got 2 stacks, and now we'll go ahead and make the stairs, and then the slabs. Alright, and now we start to exit the ugly phase of this build. So, I mean, let's just go ahead and start placing. Not much to say, we're just building a roof. I say, cue the montage. Cue it. Alright guys, the roof is done, well mostly done, but up here is fully complete. From anywhere you look from the exterior of it, it will be finished. But then the interior of the roof, I had to put these stairs here, and then up here there's stairs just to make it less of an abrupt curve inside. But I didn't have enough stairs or deep slate to finish off this. So we'll have to go back and get some more deep slate eventually because I used all of my deep slate. Real quick though, this seems like a very abrupt change right here. So is there any way we could like break that up? Maybe like trap doors or something right here? Or maybe some like planter boxes? Or wait, I have a good idea. Remember how I was saying I want to put some like animal pins out here? And that's why I left room? We can kind of use that to our advantage to take away from the just abrupt line you have here. It's not too abrupt, but it still is abrupt, and we need something to take away from it. So what I'm thinking is we have a little section that spans inside and outside. Okay, so we break those. We place these here and here. Okay, that's not it, but that's why I did get this, because I knew that would probably be a problem. And just like that, boom, and we'll have a fence around here and right in here, so like whatever animals or whatever we put in this pen, they have inside to go to when it's raining or snowing, which it doesn't snow in this area of Minecraft, but you get what I'm saying. And then out here, they'll have an outside area for whatever they need that for. That will serve many different purposes, but the main one being taking away from how sharp this and abrupt this, whatever the word I'm trying to think of is, like, my brain isn't working. And this other one, I have been meaning to do it. Just put it right there. Alright, now we got that. Now we need the actual pin. Now let's start off. I always do this type of pin in all of my worlds. It's a really aesthetic looking pin. Normally I make it out of spruce, but I think it will work with this block palette too. First off, we do need to go make more fences. So, there. So this. Let's check it out from on the roof. It doesn't look bad. It looks a little bulky, but the main angle we're going to have it look good from is coming up here. And I think it works. I think it does. Actually, Let me do this. I think that does help it a lot. So I like that. Not only do I think it curves it more, but it also gives more room for whatever details and how many animals we want. Now for this side, we can't really do the same thing because obviously we don't have enough room. So do we do like planter boxes or do we just leave it? We're gonna do planter boxes. Okay. I got different types of trapdoors. I have oak and I have birch. I'm leaning towards birch. Yeah, birch. We'll do this one in the middle, oak, just because I don't have enough birch trapdoors. But no one has to know that. We're just going to let people think that it's because it gives it more detail and it's not all same. Now all I can think of left to do is the interior. We have this side of the exterior done. We have the front done. And then we have this side done. And then the back. I'm not gonna lie, the back kind of looks weird, but it's the back of the build. No one has to see that, alright? So let's get started with the interior. Now, it's not going to be anything too fancy. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it like a normal Minecraft barn where we have fences and pins just all over. It is a pretty small interior for a barn, so they're not going to be very big, and we might have to do some different than normal shapes. So if we want a walkway down the middle, we'll only have this much room for pins, which is basically 2.5 blocks, because this is on the third and only gives us like a third of a block to use. So we might have to like do something, which I think could be cool, but where you have to like weave your way through the different pins and the different stuff you have in the barn, whether it be like hay bales or cauldrons or anything like that. It would kind of make a lot going on in the building, which kind of fits the barn aesthetic and takes your eyes away from just the plain walls we have here. Alright, so let's do this one first. We'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6 and then that. Actually, let's give it a little bit more of a not square shape and let's just like do that. And now we can do another one here. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That. Then maybe... Oh, the glitching. Something like that, maybe? Okay, not bad, not bad. And then right here, we don't have room. Yeah, we don't have room right here, so... I guess we'll just put some detail, like, just stuff in here. I don't really know. We'll figure that out, though. Now for the path, I'm thinking what we do is we'll, like, curve it through here. Come out here to this way, maybe. We can have, like, the entrances of these two here and here. And then it comes out this way. We will need fence gates, though. The life of a builder. Using all your iron on iron chains and lanterns. Okay, and then for these pins, we can do like 1 and 2. I don't want to put it here because there's not enough like room, if that makes sense. So let's put it right here in this corner. But for this one, we can go ahead and put that there. I'm so glad fence gates don't remove these like path blocks. Couldn't remember the name of them for a second there. I was like, what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And I think all that stuff is detailing. Yeah, let's go. You know what? I don't think we have any hay bales. composter. Alright, we got 2 composters and a barrel. Let's start off. I know it might seem weird, but let's put the barrels here. And then we'll put the composter like here. I would really like some hay bales right here. One thing you guys should know about me is when I set my mind on something, I'm dead set on that. And I'm dead set on getting hay bales in here. Pillagers, hold up. That's what I was saying though. Possibly the best way to get hay bales in Minecraft is by finding a village and getting the hay bales from there. So, let's go find a village. But real quick though, I do want to go do one more thing before we go and find a village. One of the main reasons I made this barn, believe it or not, is so we could get mushrooms over to our house. Because anytime I want a quick source of food or anything like that, I have to come all the way over here. So, I brought my leads I got in episode 1. I'm not sure if I showed it or not, but we got them in episode 1 from our Wandering Trader. I need to figure out something with these glitches. If you can help me in any way possible to figure out these glitches and why it's doing this, please let me know. Oh my goodness. We're following along. Nice. Welcome. You haven't seen grass, have you? Actually, there is grass over there, yeah. But you haven't seen a lot of this stuff, have you? And now we have an infinite source of food at our disposal. Whenever we need food, we can just come in here and click on these mushrooms with the bowls, and boom, easy food. Is there anything in here that can be used to make dye? The little petals, the petals that you find in this biome can be used for dye. Alright, I think we got our inventory sorted to go on our little expedition for a village. Alright y'all, I have finished the barn. And we're gonna go check it out at nighttime to let the shaders work. Alright, so you walk out the door and you have the pathway. I made this pathway, just sporadic grass paths. And then I put some oak fences with lanterns on top to give it a little light and just to make the aesthetic and the feel of walking down this path, especially at night, feel so much better. Let's go into cinematic mode. You walk down this path and you see the barn ahead. Uh-oh, hold up. Now that we dealt with him, you keep walking up this path and the barn gets more apparent and you can see more of the barn. And you walk up to the barn and you see you have mushrooms, and then I put some chickens in here. I did not mean to save a screenshot. Oh. Oh! What? Hold up. How did we just do that? 2 out of 3? And then you have this hay bale pile right here with the composter on top. And then you walk in this pen and you have the best animal pen to ever be animal penned. I know that's not a word, but we're making it a word. Now I should show you where I got these hay bales from. I did get them from a village. Let's grab our lovely little horse. He's saying hello to the villagers. Yes, he is. It's not that far away. I ended up going. What is happening to the journey map? Okay, there we go. Now that the journey map's fixed, I ended up coming up here into the plains because I knew that'd probably be where the village would be at, and then I got to about, I think, here in this, either here or like here. Oh, ruin portal. And then I saw on the journey map the village, so I headed over. We're gonna head over there real quick. And yeah, here it is up on the horizon. Let's not fall into that hole, or that one, or that one, or that one. How many holes are here? But I did end up getting villagers. You just saw the villagers. I got villagers, and as you see, this village is right on the coastline, so it is extremely easy to get villagers in a boat, ride them out to sea, and then ride them over to our house. It was extremely easy, and I'm very glad. I've actually never planned on having villagers at our starter encampment over there, but it was just really easy, so I might as well. We might make a little house for a few of them, but we won't do any villager trading halls or anything like that at our starter area. And I looted the village, but there wasn't much. Now that's about all for this village. Also, why are there trees growing on sand? Don't ask me. But I just saw this. So let's just go over here real quick and just see what's in the chest. Alright, here we are. We're approaching the ruin portal. Alright, and let's check out the chest. Yeah, nothing very good. Oh, you can change like the theme. Enforced mansion. That's pretty cool. Ocean monument. I like that too. Pursuit. I think this is the normal one. Yep. Looks the cleanest, probably. Stronghold. Vault. Is this what I think it is? Vault. And it kind of is the colors of Fallout 4, like the Pip-Boy and stuff. Is that it? Vault flat? I think it is. Victorian. That's pretty clean too. I'm gonna be honest. Let me know which one y'all like better. For now, I'm sticking with the Vault because I have played Fallout 4 and I've watched the Fallout TV show. At the time of filming this, it is 2 days ago that the season finale of season 2 dropped, I think. Oh my gosh, the top right looks amazing. It's like my own little Pip-Boy in Minecraft. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about Fallout because this is not Fallout. Kind of leads me into this though. If you want me to play Fallout here on this channel, let me know. It's probably one of the 3 I've been thinking about playing. There's been 3 games I've been thinking about playing, and I'm going to tell you those, and that is obviously Minecraft. We're playing Minecraft, and then Fallout 4, hopefully Fallout 5 when that comes out, if that ever comes out, but it probably won't be a while until it comes out. I think like late 2030, 2031 I think is when it's supposed to be coming out, which is a while. And then Hytale. Hytale is a very similar game to Minecraft, and I've always loved the game because a lot of people say this, and I'm in total agreement with it, that everything that Minecraft needs, Hytale has. And I'm about to die. Now, I'm not saying that Hytale is a better game than Minecraft because of it having a lot of the stuff that Minecraft should implement. I'm definitely not saying that. Even though these 2 games bear a resemblance to each other, they are still 2 totally different games in my opinion. But yeah, I've been thinking about playing that, so if you want me to play either of those 2 games here, let me know and I got you. So yeah guys, I thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you got any comments or tips how I can make this barn better, let me know and I will be reading those. Also, make sure to tell me what your thoughts are on me playing other games like Hytale and Fallout 4. And it is getting nighttime, so I am going to head to bed. Good night, villagers. Good night, horse. And I will see you guys in the next one.